You are listening to a summary of Lead from the Core, a book by Steinfeld. Steinfeld, former Ernst Young Entrepreneur of the Year, is the guerrilla marketer whose garage startup became Blinds.com. Home Depot eventually acquired Blinds, now the world's leading online retailer of custom window coverings. Steinfeld teaches readers a lot about building a business. He offers numerous useful tips and explains his 4 core principles: evolve continuously, experiment without fear of failure, express yourself, and enjoy the ride. Steinfeld credits these ideas with helping him overcome tragedy on his road to entrepreneurial stardom. Okay, let's hear the first takeaway. Core values are vital in both life and business, yet most people pay them only lip service. Core values don't get the respect they deserve. In business, they often end up as unread platitudes on lunchroom bulletin boards or on the back pages of annual reports. In life, core values are those solid principles parents teach and clergy members preach in sermons that many congregants seem to forget quickly. Instead of dismissing core values, recognize that they are the internal drivers of your most important, most fateful actions. Your core values are the controlling, behind-the-scenes concepts that guide what you do, how you act, what you think, and how you present yourself to the world. Consider your values with care and distinguish between those you say you believe in and those you actually live. The latter constitute your moral compass and the foundation of your inner strength. Now for the second takeaway. The 4 E's are solid core values for any person or organization. Given the role of core values as the basic principles of life and corporate governance, you want to make sure you and your company are relying on the right guidelines. The 4 E's offer a set of principles that provide a reliable, constant guiding star for you and your business. Each of these precepts offers distinct benefits, but as you learn and harness them, you will discover that combining them helps you gain their maximum benefit. Each tenet empowers change over time in small steps. When practicing these 4 concepts, implement them one at a time in turn. The payoff from embracing each principle compounds the power of the others, just as compound interest builds your investments. All right, time for takeaway 3. Evolve continuously means always strive to improve yourself and your company. A life well lived involves constant personal, spiritual, and professional evolution. As you change for the better, constantly seek new ideas and approaches to apply your increased knowledge to living a better, more productive, more aware, and more evolved life, including the ability to handle any challenges that may develop with a positive attitude and confidence. Companies also must evolve in positive ways, foremost by making sure their employees can grow professionally and find fulfillment. Hire exceptional, flexible people who can adapt to changing circumstances, who, in fact, have no fear of change. That search requires conscious interviewing that gets down to details. Don't be afraid to ask probing questions to determine if candidates have the requisite flexibility and can fit within and add to your company's culture. Depending on how an applicant responds when you ask how he or she feels about continuous improvement, a pivotal question, ask a follow-up. What are you doing currently to improve yourself? Asking such targeted questions helps you find and onboard employees who, by their nature, seek continual personal and professional growth. If you hire a sufficient number of new employees who meet this profile, your organization will grow stronger, more cohesive, more effective, and more profitable as they improve themselves. Entrepreneurial companies often evolve from small enterprises that initially can only cover their bills and pay salaries to big, profitable operations. Management consultant David G. Thompson discusses how to develop a small entrepreneurial business into a large company in his book, Blueprint to a Billion. He highlights the supportive role of Big Brother, Little Brother alliances, inventive partnerships that serve big and small firms. For example, author J. Steinfeld leveraged this idea to solve a problem. His company was not reaching as many online consumers as it needed. After exploring various options, he secured a white label arrangement with Sears and Wayfair, where he sold private label versions of his window coverings. These arrangements were not especially profitable, but they brought other benefits. Foremost, they enabled Steinfeld's people to demonstrate to Home Depot that they could create software that would integrate easily with the giant chain software. Steinfeld regarded the investment required as a small risk compared to the reach his company could gain, and events proved him right. When it comes to your firm's continuous evolution, be prepared to change anything that needs changing. Study and be ready to upgrade every facet of your operations. No matter what level of growth your firm achieves, embrace the hard reality that it can always improve. Okay, let's move on. Here's takeaway number 4. Experiment without fear of failure allows you and your employees to test new approaches without worrying whether everyone will work. When you decide to experiment, you must accept that you may fail. The main idea is to try continually, even though you may not succeed. These trials and tests can be personally liberating regardless of their outcomes, and even small experiments can prove important. Help your employees become as willing as you are to try new things, even though they also may fail. For your enterprise to grow, your employees must grow as well. Their opportunities to move ahead improve vastly when they are willing to take chances. Your organization will have more success recruiting employees who are willing to try new things if you build a reputation as an innovative place to work. To achieve that identity, promote an internal culture of formal experimentation. For example, approach experimental efforts by first holding brainstorming meetings during which people develop multiple ideas and hypotheses. For example, you might investigate how to achieve larger orders, improve customer satisfaction, gain more referrals, or promote repeat business. For each hypothesis you want to test, consider how the idea might help your firm. Balance that consideration against the time and cost involved in testing it. Experiment thoroughly but quickly, a strategy former Uber executive Jeff Holden calls furious experimentation. Don't let reluctant employees prevent you from engaging in necessary testing. Common objections against regular experimentation include: employees worry they might lose their jobs if specific experiments don't work out as desired. Except for research professionals, most employees are not compensated for experimenting, and even successful experiments often confer few career advantages. Most employee training emphasizes following strict instructions and guidelines, and most firms do not encourage their people to speculate, that is, experiment. Companies expect employees to weigh the potential negative effects of anything they do. This pervasive dynamic impedes experimentation. Most departments and employees lack any formal processes for determining which experiments are worth performing. Most employees lack the analytical expertise required to conduct rigorous testing, and employees have little or no time for duties beyond their customary responsibilities. This includes time for experimentation and writing up the results of those experiments. Let's hear another takeaway. Express yourself gives employees permission to speak candidly. People seldom feel free to speak their minds to others, especially in a business environment. This inhibition can sap anyone's initiative. Companies depend on employee brainpower, but you will limit that resource severely if your people believe they must censor everything they say. In business, as in life, the best answer wins, but to brainstorm great solutions, people must feel free to speak frankly and offer a variety of possibilities. Build systems and environments in which your employees know they can always tell you the truth. Communicate with them candidly. Apply 5 methods to ensure, as much as possible, that your employees feel free to communicate honestly. First, attend department meetings and notice if most of those present seem willingly to speak candidly. Pay attention to how leaders handle the information their employees share. If necessary, work to transform the mood of these meetings by reinforcing to your employees and their supervisors that you want to know what they've observed and to deal in the truth every day. Second, carefully review all employee reports for confirmation bias, the common tendency for people to prefer evidence that fits their existing beliefs. Have supervisors correct reports that reflect confirmation bias or other cognitive flaws. Third, conduct one-on-one meetings with pivotal managers to determine what factors, if any, can interfere with or delay important projects. Work to eliminate the barriers they identify and any new barriers your collaboration uncovers. Fourth, keep your corporate hierarchy as flat as possible. This helps eliminate top-down inefficiencies, buck passing, needless delays, and similar bureaucratic problems like politically oriented thinking, posturing, and miscommunication. And the fifth method, strive to be a worthy role model of truth-telling for all of your employees. Okay, time for the next takeaway. Enjoy the ride acknowledges that business and life can be tough, but having a positive attitude can help you find the good in hard times. Even when you decide on a full course of action in life or business, your path may not be smooth. You may face disheartening problems and setbacks. Your attitude determines how you react to whatever life or business throws at you. You will fare better if you sit back and savor your life's journey, no matter its twists, turns, or complications. Life is short, so embrace fun in your day-to-day activities and in your business. Fun is what you deserve. Everyone deserves fun. Your ability to persevere and stay positive makes you an inspirational role model for your staff. Your goal, even if you are an introvert, are tense, or have a hard time experiencing joy, is to exhibit stress-free confidence. Be friendly with your employees, smile at them, provide humor and levity. Demonstrate that work can be satisfying, not burdensome, even when challenging problems arise. Live the message that your company is an inspiring place to work and that you enjoy your job. Most of the executives who work for you or with you will naturally reflect your attitude and actions as they deal with other employees. Your upbeat example allows positivity to filter throughout your company. Never forget that happy employees are more productive and engaged. Their engagement means improved products, revenues, and profits. Okay, we've reached the seventh and final takeaway. Grief sometimes accompanies happiness. Neither happiness nor sadness exist in isolation. Sometimes happiness and grief entwine. Often joy and sadness balance out like acidity and sweetness in wine. In fact, grief can make happiness more meaningful. Steinfeld cites the death of his wife Naomi, who died of breast cancer at 47. They had been husband and wife for 26 years, and she left behind 3 small children. After Naomi's death, Steinfeld realized he had to study and reframe his entire approach to life. Through this reframing, he was able to recognize his core values and understand the ways joy and sorrow can coexist. When necessary, accept feelings of sadness. Life can be hard, but often the glass is simultaneously half empty and half full. If you can remain thankful that you have something in your glass, this attitude will give you strength and gratitude in life and business. That was a summary of Lead from the Core, a book by J. Steinfeld. Here's the 7 takeaways one more time. Takeaway 1. Core values are vital in both life and business, yet most people pay them only lip service. Takeaway 2. The 4 E's are solid core values for any person or organization. Takeaway 3. Evolve continuously means always strive to improve yourself and your company. The 4th takeaway. Experiment without fear of failure allows you and your employees to test new approaches without worrying whether everyone will work. Takeaway 5. Express yourself gives employees permission to speak candidly. Takeaway 6. Enjoy the ride acknowledges that business and life can be tough, but having a positive attitude can help you find the good in hard times. And the final takeaway. Grief sometimes accompanies happiness.